show what I'm going to do with this loop that I started with. And this loop can be used to make a closure, kind of a fun closure. First you put you put the end of the bracelet through. Now this, obviously, that I've made is not going to, if you put that on your wrist, it wouldn't hold. If you'd made the loop very small and then tied a knot here that was just the right size, yeah, it could act as a buttonhole if you had figured out exactly the diameter to make this loop. But what I'm going to show, it doesn't really matter what the diameter of how big this loop is. It can be almost any size. You don't have to measure or be very fussy about it. You make basically like a lasso here, and then you tighten that up on your finger. Then you put the end through again. This is going to be the closure. It's so simple. I mean, it's very simple, but it's adjustably slidable. I usually do this with embroidery floss. I have to say this is a little clunkier. This is thicker yarn because I wanted it to show for the video. I like to when I'm making a bracelet, I like to do this, but with embroidery floss, which is about half the diameter of this. I think this will still work, but it's a little clunkier. So now this noose type closure that I made when it closes, when you pull, I don't know if you can see that noose, when you pull it tight, it grips on pretty well, and you can then slide this. It's adjustable. It's like a little slider. You can slide it the length you want. I measured this about right. Here's the loose ending braidlets, and see, it doesn't even matter if they show a bit, but I can probably put them all the way through. And then I can decide how long I want my ending fringe of strands to be. I'm not going to do anything that fussy with them. I'm just going to let them hang out. This is my nice little bracelet. And if you turn it, I like the side that shows the chevrons. I don't know, they're my favorite. So I usually turn it that way, but all the sides are pretty. And this blue is pale enough that it might not show in the camera that it's kind of an elegant little stripe or lengthwise band of blue and off-white there. And these you can tie either together. Let's take it off and do that. Let's see, how long do I want it? Maybe to about here. So I'll take it off, slide that slider knot. It's so simple, but it really works well. And when you want to take it off, it's very easy. You just loosen it. This is essentially sort of a lark's head knot, this little noose that I'm making. And it's very easy to do, and it's very easy to forget how. I've shown people how to make it, and then they come to me the next day, well, how did you do that again? It's so simple that you think you're going to remember. Basically, kind of with that first loop that you made, you kind of make a little noose, and then you put the ends of the braid through that and tighten onto the braid, and then you can slide it. It's quite adjustable, and tends to stay. And then when you've knotted the bottoms of these, I think I'll just cut them. I'll have them be separate braidlets and knot them about. There's other ways to tie a knot at the bottom. You could tie a less bulky knot than that. This is a very safe one though. So I'll tie each of these four separately, about the same length. And these knots are kind of a stopper to the slidable knot that you've made. It won't usually slide past those. So that will be my little bracelet. I'll have a picture of it on the blog. You probably might end up trimming this off at the end of the video. And this is just a very simple way to make a bracelet that's very fast, very effective, and has a minimum of loose ends, because you only have them at one end. From here now, let's see. Made those a little too long. You only have them at one end of the braid and not at the other. see. Well, I shouldn't subject you to retying these. There, and then I can just trim off my extra loop ends. There's my little bracelet, slidably adjustable. Slide it all the way out, and you can see the knots at the end of these little braids are sort of stopping it. Roll it on, tighten it up. There. Present those chevrons face forward. Thanks for watching.